All right. Good morning, Alaji. Sorry, Dokubo.
Good.
My name is Ifeanyi Chijioke. I'm here to get your views on a couple of things going on in this very struggle. We understand that on 30th of May, for the first time in the history of Biafra since 1967, the young people came together and observed our Heroes Day. What's your perception, your view over these very recent developments?
Since the start of the Biafran struggle, the rejuvenation of the Biafran struggle by Elder Ralph, Big Brother Ralph Owazuruki, before the formation of MASOB, he came down to meet us in Port Harcourt. We took him to different places. We agreed with him that we should carry out our struggle, he should carry out the Biafran struggle, and we'll continue to give him support. Personally, I had attended most of his programs. Even if I am not there, I sent a delegation to attend from the time they started observing the 30th of May as Remembrance Day for our fallen heroes. But with the turn of events and some fellows coming up to think that those of us will not be able to start or carry out these activities in Ijoland, we decided to carry out the activities not only in one place in Ijoland. On that day, we had 3 different places where our heroes were celebrated within Ijoland, and it's going to expand. A lot of Ijos are keen into the struggle for the independence of our people.
So, how proud are you bearing the idea of divide and rule strategy of the Nigerian government against the people of Biafra? Because this thing, the 30th May observed in it just seems to be the final nail on the coffin against this divide and rule strategy. So, how do you feel being the person championing or to have achieved the total destruction of a divide and rule of our people?
I don't think in most cases anybody is trying to divide and rule us. In most cases, we cause it by our own hand, our greed for position, our greed for titles. We have not achieved Biafra yet. We have started apportioning to ourselves positions and titles. How are we going to count our chicken before they hatch? This is wrong. Yes, the enemy is going to fight us. The enemy is going to try to divide us. But even before the enemy comes, we have started dividing ourselves. And I think that we have opened our flank so wide for the enemy to come in without any resistance.
All right. As a result of this, now we will make the comment that we're widening our front. So, how do you think? What's your view or your advice or your suggestion on how we can actually put things together?
And dear brother, it's in every union, in every organization, there must be mutual respect. I'm sorry to say that our Igbo brothers do not have respect for anybody. They abuse people at will. They know that Ijos hold Azigboro in highest esteem. They will abuse Azigboro. They will call Azigboro all sorts of names. They know that the Ogonis hold Sarua in high esteem. They will abuse. So you abuse others. You call me Sabo. You call me baby saboteur. You call me agents of Fulani and being paid. Me that is at the front line. You call me all sorts of names because I had disagreed with you on your erroneous decision to boycott election and allow the enemy to take power. Obiano took power in Anambra State because we refused to fight, because we refused to put up somebody to resist him. So for me as an individual, as long as the Igbos are at liberty to abuse other people, to denigrate other people's icons, to desecrate what we hold so dear to us. But when you abuse them, when you attack them back, all of a sudden they start shouting. So you can abuse people. Others will not abuse you. If you abuse me, I will abuse you back. My people say, Jumolaya Kawai, what happened to somebody? It's like his body is iron. You are at liberty to abuse us, but we are not at liberty to abuse you. Biafra does not belong to you. Biafra is the collectivity of the formal eastern region. The collectivity of the formal eastern region. Everybody from the formal eastern region has equal stake in Biafra. Ijos, Efiks, Ibibios, Igbos, Ogonis, everybody have equal stake. So when you come and say Chukwuka Obiama, I don't know who Chukwuka Obiama is. It's not my language. You don't use Igbo language and think that it's Igbo language. Everybody must speak Igbo. I won't speak Igbo. I am an Ijaw man. I have Igbo blood flowing in my vein. My ancestors are Abam from Abom. I know that. My ancestors come from Ozuakole. I know that, some of them. But today I am an Ijaw man. Ijaw blood flows in my vein. And I will not allow you to abuse Ijaw people, call us names, and think that we can work together that way. It's not going to work. So that is it. We are the ones dividing ourselves. It is not Hausa Fulani people who told us to abuse Bolo. It is not Hausa Fulani. The Ken Sarawiwa. It is not Hausa Fulani people who call names, or ourselves all sorts of names, give ourselves positions when we have not even realized Biafra. Everybody has his own potential. Everybody. So it is when we have gotten Biafra. That's why I said we have opened our flank very wide for the enemies to come in.